Hi guys, we're here to do a timeless message from Spirit video. I am trusting Sacred Spirit that this video will be put in front of you at exactly the best time for you to benefit the most from it. The first thing that we're going to look at has to do with the situation that Sacred Spirit wants to talk to you about. After that, we're going to look at best advice around that situation. Okay, here we go. What's your situation coming up as? And our advice off the bottom of the deck. Okay. Let me just show you the cards and then we'll walk through this. So for your situation, you start off with the Six of Air. And then the Moon card in reverse. I think some of you are either physically traveling or you're changing your perspective around something. And the reason you're doing that is because there's some kind of truth that has come out or come to the surface. Now, whenever this truth comes to the surface, it's not because you were digging for it. You may have known that there was a fishy situation and that you didn't have all the information, but this is when it just kind of comes up organically. Something happens that brings this truth up just in everyday living. Okay, so you're not digging for this. This truth just shows up. And when this truth shows up, I think that it causes you to either change your perspective really big time on something, or it may cause you to actually travel, possibly move house, but more likely just travel. Okay? Let's see. Let's see what your best advice in this situation is. We're going to start by walking through the cards and then I'll walk through the meanings after that. So first card for advice is the Hanged Man showing up, and he's showing up right side up, upside down, as you can see. Let's see. Two of Air is your next card. And we've got the Love card showing up in reverse. All right. That's interesting. I'm really picking up a different meaning off of that Love card than normal. Let's walk through these. Let's start at the start, though. Hanged Man in reverse just talks about movement, okay? So we already see you moving or changing your perspective. Hanged Man in reverse has taken the time to think things over, maybe even meditate on things, find a solution for a situation. So when he comes up in reverse, he's already done that. Now the Hanged Man is ready to take action. So this is telling me that even before you're seeing this message, you have already thought over this situation and you already have figured out what direction you need to go. Now it's time to take action. You don't want to stay stagnant in this. You don't want to stay still just because this is the way it's always been. You know what you need to do is what this card is telling me. Now it's time. Let's do it. Okay? Next thing that comes up, Two of Air, really kind of just accentuates this Hanged Man, because for me the Two of Air is making a decision. And if you can see on this card, it looks like she's dancing as she's making her decision. Once we make a decision about something in life, then the pieces start to fall together. Things start to happen gracefully. Like it looks like she's dancing gracefully. You're going to be dancing gracefully through your life once you make this decision to go ahead and act on what came up. Whoops, wrong card. When you were taking time to think things over, consider, and possibly even meditate on this situation having to do with this truth coming up that you were unaware of before that. Okay? Now, next thing that comes up, the Love card in reverse. This would be similar to a Lover's card in another deck, but we're looking at this deck. All right, so the meaning is going to be a little bit different. And what I'm really feeling like here is this is, we're looking back at a decision again, that this is, I don't know, maybe looking back isn't the right terminology, but we're looking at a new decision. So you've already come to a conclusion about what you need to do. You've decided to move forward with it, and you're moving forward gracefully. This is going to bring you to another decision. So I think that as you're moving forward, as you're taking those steps forward that you've decided you need to take, what's happening with this card is somebody is coming to you and saying, yeah, but don't you think it would be better if? Yeah, but don't you think it would be better if? Now, I'm picking up a lot of stuff off of this card, so I'm going to try to unpack it as best I can. First of all, if you look at this card right side up, you can see it really, it has a lot of things that remind me of the Strength card with the lion and the lady. Now granted, she's not holding his mouth open, but she's certainly resting peacefully. That lion is protective. He's a protective spirit there. He's a protective spirit over her. Now for me also, pillars, trees, whatever, when you have two of them and a card, to me that talks about decision. Well, those of us who know a lot about the tarot know that in the old days the Lovers card wasn't about lovers. It was about making a decision, making the best decision that would be something that impacted your life long term. Okay, so I do see in the Good Tarot, which is the tarot deck that I'm using today, I do see this as a decision card again. So it looks like we're coming to a new decision once we get to the end of this advice. So this is when somebody comes up and says, hey, but wouldn't it be better if? And I think they make you question the things that you found out when you were meditating or thinking things through, or the conclusions that you came to. They make you question this decision that you've made about how you want to move forward productively. And I think that the way that they're doing that is impacting your self-esteem. Okay? Because remember, this card came in reverse. So for me, this Strength card, which I see a lot of qualities of the Strength card here, has to do a lot with self-esteem and how you feel about yourself and your self-confidence, your self-worth. With this in reverse, somebody's asking you to reconsider a decision that you've already made, which we already saw. And as they're doing that, they're coming at you in a way that hurts your self-esteem. They're basically trying to tear you down, tear down the idea that you could make a decision that will work for yourself, tear down your self-confidence and your self-esteem so that you will do what they want you to do. And back out of this decision, renege on it, reconsider it. That's what they want. So you have the heads up. The advice is not to go back on your decision. I mean, this was pretty enthusiastic advice. Make the decision and take action right here. This is not contradicting that. This is saying it's a heads up. Somebody's going to be coming at you in a very negative, derogatory, humiliating type of way, trying to get you to change your decision. And, you know, this is basically Spirit saying, this is coming, prepare. You know it's coming. So now think ahead. How are you going to handle that? What are you going to say? What are you going to do? You don't want to react to this. You don't want to let this person trigger you when they show up. You want to respond to this in a logical way, and you want to stand by the conclusion you came to when you were looking at this from a different perspective as the Hanged Man. Okay? You want to stand by that decision. But you need to know this person's coming at you. This person's coming at you. Be ready. Don't let this person get you all twisted up. Don't let this person wear down your self-esteem. This person is trying to manipulate you emotionally to get you to do what they want you to do. When this truth came out and it changed your perspective, that can be trusted. Your new perspective can be trusted now. All right? As well as the conclusions you came to after considering that new truth. That can be trusted. Your conclusions can be trusted as well. Don't let this person get to you. They're going to try to get to you. They're going to try to manipulate you emotionally, especially. Have none of it. Have a plan. Don't be paying attention to what they're saying. Don't even be listening to what they're saying. And if you feel like you need to listen to what they're saying, remember, Where are they coming from? What's their agenda? What is their motive? Okay. Sacred Spirit's giving you this heads up because he doesn't want you to be thrown. You're starting off in the right direction as you make this decision to move forward. Stick with that direction. That's your advice. Okay? Thank you, all of you, for being here. I hope genuinely that this is helpful to you.